My name's Aiden, and this is the story of how the woman I loved threw me away like garbage, and how I came back richer, smarter, and powerful enough to buy the one thing she valued most, her family's legacy, their mansion. I met Claire in high school. She was smart, elegant, and came from one of the wealthiest families in our town. Her father was a real estate mogul. Her mother owned a chain of luxury spas. Me? I lived in a trailer on the edge of town with my dad. We barely made it through each month. I worked weekends at a gas station and after school at a diner. But Claire didn't care. Or at least, that's what I believed. Asterisk. We fell for each other hard. We'd sneak out to meet under the stars, eat cheap tacos, and laugh about silly dreams. She told me she wanted to escape her family's pretentious lifestyle and build a real life with me. We even applied to the same colleges. I got in with scholarships. She got in because, well, money talks. In college, I juggled 3 jobs. She got a car from her dad, a dorm suite, and a credit card with no limit. And somewhere during our second year, she changed. It was raining the night she broke up with me. She asked me to meet her outside the campus art museum. She didn't look like the girl I fell in love with. She wore expensive designer clothes, had a new phone, and a new attitude. Aiden, she said, you're sweet. But this isn't going to work. What do you mean? I asked, confused. You're struggling, always working, always tired. I can't keep pretending this is enough for me. I stood there stunned. We talked about building a life together. She shrugged. That was before. My family has plans for me. They've introduced me to someone on my level. I swallowed hard. So money is all that matters to you now? She didn't answer. She just turned and walked away. Asterisk. For weeks I was broken, but I refused to stay down. I buried myself in work, graduated with honors, and took a job in software sales. It paid okay. I slept on couches, ate ramen noodles, but I learned fast. I climbed, moved to New York, got into Fintech, then crypto. Years passed. I failed. I won. I failed again. But I never stopped. By the time I was 28, I had founded my 3rd company. And this time lightning struck. My app, a blockchain-based real estate platform, exploded in value. Investors poured in. Tech giants were backing me. In just 18 months, my company was valued at $240 million. I had made it. And all I could think about was her. One night, while browsing through real estate reports, I saw a name that punched me in the gut. Langford Estate, foreclosure sale. Claire's last name was Langford. Could it be? I clicked. There it was. The mansion. The one I'd only seen from outside when I dropped her off in high school. Massive white pillars. Acres of land. A symbol of everything I never had. The listing read, owner defaulted on multiple loans. Estimated debt, $9.7 million. I called my assistant immediately. Set up a meeting with the bank. I'm buying this mansion. 2 weeks later, I was handed the keys. I stood in the grand entrance. Chandeliers, marble floors. Dust covered the furniture, but it still had its regal charm. I walked into her old bedroom. Pictures were still hanging. Childhood memories. Prom. Dresses in the closet. But I didn't feel anger. I felt power. Asterisk. They lost everything. I had built everything. And now, I owned their past. 3 days later, there was a knock at the door. I opened it and froze. It was Claire. She looked different. Tired. Makeup faded. Designer clothes gone. She was holding a paper folder and staring at the ground. Aiden? She said. I didn't say a word. I heard the estate was sold. I didn't know it was you. Still, I said nothing. She sighed. My dad's in the hospital. Heart failure. My mom's living with my aunt. We lost everything. I leaned against the door. So why are you here? She looked up, ashamed. I wanted to ask if you'd consider letting me rent one of the guest houses. Just until I get a job. I stared at her. Years ago, I would have said yes, but today, I had learned. Rent? I asked slowly. You think I'd let you stay here after everything? Asterisk. She blinked. I was young. I didn't understand. Asterisk, you understood money. You chose someone on your level, remember? She looked down. He left me too. When my family lost their money, he vanished. I sighed, then handed her a check. Here's $10,000. Enough for a fresh start. But don't come back. She stared at it, trembling. You're giving this to me? I'm not the monster you thought I'd become. Tears rolled down her face. She took the check, whispered a thank you, and walked away. That was the last time I saw her. Today. The Langford Mansion is now the Ashworth Foundation Center, named after my mother Emma Ashworth, who passed away before I made it. We host free coding boot camps for underprivileged youth. We train young kids from trailer parks, just like I once was. I walk those halls every morning, not to show power, but to remind myself, no matter how much people mock you, no matter who walks away from you, your worth isn't measured by your bank account. It's measured by your resilience. She left me because I was poor, but I became richer than her entire bloodline. Not just in money, but in character. And when fate gave me a chance to take revenge, I chose something better. I chose legacy. Asterisk. This story teaches us that true success isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Aiden was abandoned by the woman he loved, not because he lacked love or loyalty, but because he lacked money. Instead of letting heartbreak define him, he used it as fuel to build something greater. He chased growth, not revenge. And when success came, he didn't use it to destroy. He used it to uplift. The moment Claire returned, broken and humbled, Aiden had every chance to humiliate her. But real power lies in restraint, not revenge. He chose kindness over cruelty, showing that forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. Asterisk. The greatest lesson here is that your current situation does not define your future. Your mindset does. Rejection, pain, and poverty are temporary. But the decision to rise, learn, and push forward, that's what shapes legacy. Aiden turned his deepest wound into his greatest strength. The same mansion he was once excluded from became a center for helping underprivileged youth kids like he once was. That's not just success. That's purpose. Asterisk. So, if you're struggling, mocked, or overlooked, don't chase approval. Don't live to impress those who doubted you. Instead, build yourself so strong, so valuable, that their opinions no longer matter. Let your life speak louder than your pain. Because in the end, your worth isn't in what you have, it's in who you become. Asterisk.